live. Go ahead and leave a comment, say what's up so I know you're here. Hey, the Bureau. Good to see you. Alrighty, good to see you, everyone. Real quick, we'll deal with the elephant in the room. First of all, let me know if you can hear me. Just put a 1 in the chat, just number 1 in the chat if you can hear me okay. Because I know there was a problem with that before. Awesome. Great, great. Okay, so elephant in the room. How we all doing? I know we're in the midst of some strangeness in the world here with this pandemic. So I want to know how you guys are doing, how you're holding up, you know, what's going on. Alana says you're doing very well. It's good to hear. Sheba Baby Makeup, I'm doing okay. Sam reading, that's good. Alrighty. Yeah. Oh, Alex, thanks for asking. I'm doing okay. I'm actually doing very well. I've had a lot more free time. All my teaching is put on hold. Humid Warfare Studios, working on trombone. All right. We're not all that different from each other. I'm working on trumpet. Jeff, I'm glad you like 452. I dig it as well. Yeah, I'm doing good. Again, a lot more free time. And again, all my teaching is on hold, but I have other sources of work that I'm doing to stay busy. But a lot more free time, which is actually what I needed. I've been just working like crazy. I've been so tired, so it's good to have some time to actually rest. Did have an interesting incident that happened a couple of days ago. I live in a pretty nice area where, it's pretty quiet, nothing crazy happens. But the other day, just in the afternoon, a bullet came through my window. And it was totally crazy. And it turns out there's this guy across the way. He's an ex-military vet. And total freak accident. He was moving his gun from the table or something, and it went off, and bullet came straight through my kitchen window into the wall. And it definitely scared me, I didn't know what was going on. I thought I was under attack. So I called the cops. For the first time in my life, I called the police, and I was a little nervous to do so, to be honest. But I did, and it turned out okay. But things are good, getting the window replaced next week. Gonna wait to hear back from the city prosecutor to see how they're gonna litigate. We'll see what happens with that. But that is not what this is about. The reason why I wanted to go live is because I'm bored, honestly. It's Friday night, social distancing. But I wanted to go live because I wanted to just quickly share some of the new fragrances I have in my collection. Some new ones that have come to me. TLTG, what's up? George Rich, I remember, you know what? I've been meaning to shout you out. I remember we did meet in O'Hare. I made a note of it, and I've been meaning to share that, but it's good to see you here. Thanks for hanging out. Yeah, I wanted to share some new fragrances I have gotten within the past month or so. Some are older than others. You've pretty much seen all of them, except for maybe a couple I haven't really talked about on my channel yet. So I'm gonna wait for a few more people to get in here. Again, those of you who are just joining, thanks for being here. I'd love for you to just update everyone and just, share how you're doing in the midst of all this madness we're dealing with right now with the Rona, as we've been calling it. Some people call it the beverage, just to, not give it the name that it has, but to allude to it. Yeah, how we doing tonight? What are we wearing? I see Jazz Club. Gabriel's wearing Jazz Club. Meant to ask that too. What are you all wearing on this evening or whatever time of day it is for you? What are we wearing? Tenderona tripping. What's up, Hood? Good to see you, man. TLTG Run Wild. Yes, I saw you just reviewed that. I gotta watch that. Hillary been working overtime till you get shut down. Yeah, the shutdown is coming. I see BR540 here. It's coming in quick. Memoir du No Dur. That's that Gucci. I'm not crazy about that one, but I got to try it on skin. Forgive my finger for getting in the way. I'm going to use my other hand. Vintage Alfredo. That's what I'm talking about. What else we got? It's cold in Chicago, huh? Okay. Yeah, I mean, I would imagine so. It's warm where I am right now, which I'm really digging. But I know how cold it can be because I did live there for about 8 years. Ex Idolo Lucid Dream Eve. I haven't smelled that one, but I am going to talk about another Ex Idolo, which I know it's one that you know pretty well. Oh, Callie, you got a fake bottle. What'd you get? What was it? See, Vanilla Woods. All right. 31 in Chicago? No thanks. I don't miss that at all. Okay, Hillary, you're wearing Chariot. I haven't smelled that one. I'm still getting into that house. I've smelled a few and I've enjoyed a couple of them. But I need to try Chariot. That sounds good. I think I've heard good things about it. Okay. HD wearing exclusive Veta from Chatillon Lou. Okay. I didn't know he came out with a new one. I'll have to check that out. I've been meaning to get in touch with him. By Rado Mojave Ghost. I still got to try that one. Love and Crime. Alana, I see you. Okay. Aqua di Gio Absolute Instinct. Callie, where'd you get it from? I find it strange that they would be faking that one by this point. That one's, it's not that popular, but I'm curious. Where did it come from? Is a Green Irish Tweed better than Ventus? Sora, that is up to you. You got to try them both and decide which one you like more. Fruity Rose Oud. Have I smelled that one? I smelled one of theirs that is kind of a Fruity Rose Oud, and I did like it. It may have been Blue Sapphire. I don't think it was Chariot. Okay, Clone Houses. Vetiver Royale Bourbon. Okay. La Nuit, yes. You got it from eBay. Yeah, Russia. That'll do it, man. Don't ever buy anything off of eBay from Russia. I can't say that. That's too definitive. Just be very careful. If you can avoid making purchases from eBay from Russia, then I would avoid that. Pure Malt. Yes, all right. Kajal On, man. TLTG, I think I did try that at Sin Explorer on the little flower. I really loved it. And I didn't walk away with a bottle, and I didn't try it on skin, but I hope to do so. Love and Crime, yes. Okay, so we're going to get started here. I didn't want to be in here for too long because I'm actually starving. I need to eat some dinner. But I wanted to get on here and share and exchange with you all. And let's get started. So I have just a group of fragrances here. I'm going to kind of go through them randomly. D2 Drop Chanel Laurent Sport Eau Extreme. If you're asking if I got rid of it, I did a while back. I highly regret it. I don't really have a good reason. That's the best I can say. What's up, Vince? Good evening. So let's jump right in. First one up, I'm going to grab them here at random. One that's already been talked about in the chat. And I know a lot of you guys missed this because I included this on my Can Men Wear Women's Fragrances video, which is a rhetorical question, by the way. And the answer is yes. But I included this fragrance in that video, and I know a lot of you missed that. But maybe those of you who are here are the ride or dies. Maybe you all saw it. And we are talking about Love and Crime. I already had this one up on deck from Ex Idolo. And this is a delicious, delectable scent. I haven't worn it a whole lot. I've only worn it a couple times. Definitely unisex. I think a lot of people might say it leans a little feminine, perhaps. But it's sexy stuff. I mean, I want to make sure I got the notes. I think there's like an orange note in here. It's kind of creamy and vanillic and sweet, almost like a dessert. I'm going to pull up the notes here. Maybe a little floral. Yeah, there's mandarin orange, you got vanilla in here, there's cacao, pink pepper, sugar, anise. It's gorgeous. This is good stuff. If you're looking for kind of like, it reminds me of like an orange, like vanilla cake, but it has like a spice quality to it. Really delectable stuff, very good quality. That is Love and Crime from Idolo. We'll set that aside. Yeah, I got the little 30 ml bottle too. Do you have a favorite from Ralph Lauren? I do like Red Extreme, and I also like Supreme Leather is pretty good. One that I really love, and I'll probably never own it, is the what do they call it? It's like it's the Polo Green, but it's the Private Reserve, something like that. I can't remember. It came out in like 2010. It was kind of like a rehash of the original, but it was it's something different. It was beautiful. It's discontinued. It's super expensive. Maybe I'll get it. If you know the real name of what I'm talking about, it's Private Reserve, something like that, then put it in the chat. I talked about it years ago on the channel. Yeah, it kind of does look like an homage cap, doesn't it here? All right, let's keep it going. Again, I don't want to take up too much of your time. Next up, we have, let's see. I did talk about this one recently on my niche spring list. I've really been enjoying this, and this is a clone of Pegasus from Parfum No, which I've always kind of liked. I thought it was good, but I know it's really popular. I know a lot of people really dig it. But I never liked it enough to get a bottle. And now that I have this stuff, first of all, it reminds me of exactly what Pegasus is in my mind, or my nose's memory. And for that reason, I don't really need Pegasus, at least not right now. This is from Haramain, I'm not sure. This is called Royal Stallion from their portfolio collection. This is good. And yeah, you can hate on it, you can get mad because it is a clone. It's not original. And to be honest, I'm not crazy about clones. I'm just going to put that out there. If I can have a choice between the original and the clone, then I'll usually choose the original if I can get my hands on it. But in this case, this was sent to me from the company, by the way. I can't say I would have bought this before I smelled it, but now that I have smelled it, I would totally buy this, especially for the prices that you can get it at. I think you can get this on FragranceNet for like definitely less than $100 for sure. And if you don't know what this smells like, it's almond based. There's vanilla. It's kind of metallic. It's very sweet and creamy and fresh and cooling and just perfectly unisex, and something that you can wear, I think, just about all year long outside of the high summer heat. So that's a good one. Just ordered Opus. Is that 9? I never know my Roman numerals. I'm so terrible with that. I know that's not 9. I have that wrong. I haven't smelled anything. I smelled a few from the Opus line from Amouage and wasn't really crazy about any of them, but I got to try them on skin. No to clones, no to layering, no to Creed Viking. What's wrong with Creed Viking, Gabriel? Come on now. Is there a clone that makes it easier to soul over Humpty Dumpty? Yes, there is. It's called Practice. But practice slowly. That's one of my favorite tunes. Phil, it's good to see you, man. That's one of my favorite tunes. Thanks for stopping by. Let's see. Best barber. And if you're talking about barbershop fragrances, I'm going to do a video on that coming up soon. I compiled a list of some of my favorite barbershop fragrances. I will talk about that later, so make sure you stay tuned. It smells like Ben Gay. It does, okay? But I don't know, it just smells good. It smells good to me. Prada Black, I still got to try that on my skin. I have a decant somewhere. I've been meaning to actually just buy a bottle, but I haven't got around to it. Layering and clones aren't your thing. That's totally cool. Callie, we all got our own taste. What was the last one again? The last one was, again, Royal Stallion from Haramain. Great quality stuff. Beautiful bottle. Nice, heavy, thick glass. Heavy cap. The box presentation is gorgeous. It's kind of, they go to the 9s on that one. What's up, Sean? You said you've been watching for someone, recommendation for someone your age. Well, Sean, I need to know what age you are in order to do that. But my overall recommendation is you wear whatever moves you. It doesn't matter who it's intended for, you wear it. Yeah, I'll just say that for now. We're going to move on. Next one up from the house of Argos. And I haven't talked about this one yet. I'm going to review this one and the other one that I have from them. Man, this is gorgeous stuff. It's getting a little bit too late to wear this. This is more of a fall winter scent, but I might try to pull it out in the nighttime. This is called Triumph of Bacchus. Bacchus was, I believe, a Greek god. I just love this. Each bottle, there's 3 in the collection, the new collection. Each one has its own custom plate. They each have different caps. This has the gold cap. And man, whoo, this stuff is good. I have been talking about Argos quite a bit lately. If you've watched my my niche video, if you've seen my community tab, I posted about them. If you follow me on Instagram, that's for those of you who don't follow me on Instagram. If you want to follow me on Instagram, I'm going to put it down in the description. Stay Fresh Productions. You can find me. You can follow me. Keep up. I talk about this one quite a bit because I am loving this fragrance. If you want to know what it smells like, again, I'm going to review it, but it's kind of like, it has main notes of like apple and rum and vanilla, amber, tobacco, jasmine. It's a very rich and succulent fragrance. I get a bit of a cherry tobacco vibe in a way, but it's very rich. It's a little bit boozy when you first spray it on, and it's also a little bit tart and sweet. Not so much tart as sweet with that apple, but man, this is good. It's beautiful. I recommend sampling it if you can. After I'm all done with this, I'm going to put links in the description. I have a discount code, FRESH10. You can get 10% off getting a sample pack, which I think is $35, and you can get 10% off that. Or if you feel so inclined in getting a bottle, then yeah, you could do that too. Let's see here. Casual Fragrances, what's up, man? Tom Ford Beau de Jour. I'm actually loving that, and that's what I was going to talk about next. Fragrance Journey, what's up, man? You said you were not blown away for $250. Are you talking about the Argos? Let's see. Hillary. Yeah, they do have a cruelty-free stance. I dig that too. And Christian, I'm pretty close with him. He's a great guy with a great vision. I still got to try Tobacco Oud, Robert. I still haven't tried that one. Let's see. Callie said, okay, I see you do dig on Al Haramain. That's good. What was the name of the one that had the almond base? Deborah, that again is, it's called Royal Stallion. It's probably coming out backwards, I'm sure, on the video. At least it is on my phone. From Al Haramain. And again, there will be links in the description for everything. As soon as I'm done here, I'll be able to input all the links, and you can come back and check them out. What's up, Dan from England? Hope you're doing well over there. All right, let's keep it moving. I don't want to, again, take up too much time. I keep saying that, I know. Next one up, I talked about this one recently on my spring designer list. If you missed that, I'll try to remember to link it in the description. Don't miss that video. There's some bangers on there. This is one of them. This is a pretty new fragrance. It came out a few years ago, but they've kind of redone it. This is from an indie brand based out of Atlanta, Georgia. We're talking about Ovation For Men from Sean Crenshaw. And this is a beautiful scent. It's easy to wear. I would call it fairly unisex. He says for men, and it is kind of masculine, I guess, but you can wear anything, honestly. It's fresh, but it's also sweet. It's kind of, let's see, it's aromatic. There's some, I think some orange in there. There's some, there's aqua note, so it is kind of fresh when you first spray it on. There's, I think, cardamom, if I'm not mistaken. It's a very sensual scent, but it's also very versatile. You could wear this to work. You could wear this on a night out. I've been loving this stuff. Sometimes I'll just spray it on when I'm at home. It's, again, easy to wear, and I just love the way it lasts on me. It has a great atomizer. I don't know if you can see that, but a very, oh, that's good. The mist is like, it just kind of envelops everything. It's beautiful. Yeah, Sean Crenshaw, Ovation for Men. Once again, there'll be a link down in the description. I think this is $85 for 50 milliliters, which it could be seen as a little steep, as I said in my spring designer video, but obviously you be the judge. I'm not sure if they offer samples. I haven't looked into that. You'll have to see. I see some of you asking, what am I wearing? I forgot to mention that. I'm not wearing anything right now. I took a shower a bit ago. I hadn't decided what to wear. I am sampling a few things on my hands, though. One of them, in fact, I'm comparing two scents. One of them I'm not going to talk about yet. It's one I really love. It's brand new, but I'm going to talk about it later. This one, on the other hand, this is beautiful. I'm actually sampling Tabac 28 from Le Labo. Let me know if you've tried this. This came out just last year. This is a Miami exclusive for Le Labo. And this is a, oh, this is a beautiful scent. This is like Cuban cigar sitting with a, a glass of rum on ice. It's earthy, it's a little sweet, it's boozy. The tobacco note is just to die for in this fragrance. I would love a bottle of this if it wasn't like $400 for like 50 milliliters. I don't know exactly what the price is, but it ain't cheap. This is good stuff. This is really good stuff. One to check out if you can. Let's see, what did I miss? Javoy Private Label, that one's great. Macy's has 50% off. Do I wear fragrances when I go to sleep? Sometimes I do. Sometimes I do that, Gabriel. Not all the time. Ford and Manley. I haven't tried Ford and Manley yet. I just haven't had an accessible way to get my hands on them. I'm actually trying to not sample quite as much as I used to these days. I don't really buy little individual samples. Sometimes I'll get a sample set if it's cost effective for me at the time, but I haven't sampled all that much. I try to smell in stores as much as I can, but I'm also trying to get back into sampling, so I might check out Ford and Manley. Okay. Zoologist fragrances. Dean, honestly, I have yet to smell many of their fragrances. I have smelled a few. In fact, when I was hanging out with Steven from Red Adolescence in New York City back in November, I went to his house and smelled some from his collection. I really loved Bat, believe it or not. I know that's a polarizing one. I was not crazy about T-Rex. I'll say that. And I think I did smell Squid, which I really enjoyed. But there's many I've been meaning to try. I want to get my hands. That is one house I definitely want to sample because I've been sleeping on them for years. Okay, let's keep it going. As I had said, I saw that Casual Fragrances had brought up Tom Ford. So we're talking about Tom Ford Beau de Jour 2020 formulation. Man, this this stuff just makes me feel like myself. Beautiful barbershop style scent. I've talked about it quite a bit in my videos. It's based with lavender. It's very herbaceous. It's woody. It has an amber accord, so it gets warm as it dries down. A little sweet and just the right amount of vintage flair. Man, I love this. I love this stuff. I think it's worth sampling. I haven't tried the private blend version, honestly. But from what I've heard, that one might be a little richer, but there's really not much of a difference. So I'd say check this one out if you have not already. What do we got here? T-Rex is the cure for Rona. Right? Oh, man, I see, man. That's the one thing that I don't like is the one thing I need to keep myself safe, huh? Let's see. Tim Young, Oil Perfumery. I haven't tried their Aventus clone. I specifically did not want them to send that to me because I'm trying to not talk about Aventus clones all that much. So I can't say I would say it's worth checking out because they're pretty inexpensive. You can get them for like 10 bucks, 12 bucks, maybe 15 for like 10 milliliters. So I'd say just check it out. Everything that I have smelled from them, though, I really enjoy. I will say that. Okay, let's keep going. Let's keep going here. Next up from Meleg, Matthew Meleg up in Vancouver, British Columbia. I talked about this on my recent niche spring list. This is his beautiful presentation. He hand makes all of these bottles. This is his number 59. It's tobacco, cardamom, and frankincense. And this is high quality artisanal fragrance. It's not cheap, but it's worth sampling. I think he does do a sample set. You might even be able to get individual samples. Maybe if you talk to him, you can message him on Etsy. I'll see if I can link him below. He sent me a few other samples of his. This is the only bottle he sent me, which I love. This is so far my favorite. Beautiful tobacco, cardamom, frankincense based, as it says on the label. Also a wonderful plum note. It uses real tobacco absolute. He didn't send me, he sent me the civet, which I haven't smelled yet, to be honest. Yeah, I just remembered I haven't smelled that one yet. I'm a little bit hesitant to. I'm afraid I'm not gonna like it, which is silly. I'm gonna smell it tonight. I'll just say that. I do like his birch tar fragrance, which is great. And he also has one, I'm forgetting the name of it now. He does have this like cherry blossom one or something like that. I can't remember. That one's really nice as well. What's up, Steve from Minnesota? Thanks for tuning in. Okay, this is gorgeous stuff. Another fantastic tobacco scent. It's not overstated, but it does last. The plum, the tobacco is just a fantastic combination. It is sweet. It's very spicy. It's rich and a little earthy. It's wonderful. I highly recommend it. Again, it's called number 59 from Meleg Perfumes, sorry. I'll try to put it in the description. All right, moving right along. We just got 4 left. 4 left. I'm gonna bring up Argos once again. This is one I did talk about in my niche video. And this one is called Bacio Immortal, which translates to Immortal Kiss. And I love with his fragrances that each one has a very specific story behind it as it relates to Greek mythology in terms of the lore of the gods and all that. Oh, man. And this one has to do with Psyche, who kind of ascended into the realm of the gods when she kissed Cupid and or Eros, and they might be the same. I can't remember. I'm not too great on my mythology. And made her immortal, and that's where this comes from. This is a leather-based fragrance. It is similar to Tuscan leather. I will say that. When I first smelled this, that's the first thing I thought. It does have a fruity sweetness paired with the leather, but it is way smoother. Maybe along the lines of an ombre leather from Tom Ford, but it has a green herbaceous quality somewhere in there. There is a greenness to it that makes it almost like a little bit more of a raw scent, but still refined. I feel like it's the kind of scent you would smell in the outdoors, like a green, sweet, fruity leather. It reminds me of being out in a forest, but somehow maybe there's rawhide hanging, you know, drying or something like that. And I just love the herbaceous quality of this, but it's so smooth. It's so elegant. Again, this is called Bacio Immortal. Timothy, I see you've tried it. Yeah, this is good stuff. Again, it has its own plate. And on this plate, we have, I believe it's Psyche and Cupid together. I think Cupid has the wings there. This is beautiful. And once again, there will be a link in the description where you can sample it. You can get a sample set. I have a discount code. It'll all be down there. Beautiful, beautiful scent. I will be doing full reviews on these fragrances from Argos, hopefully soon, and hopefully not with just me. I want to get other people involved on screen. Okay. Val Zalil, first time watching me on live. This is only my second time live, so thanks for being here. Ducadista Ducati, from the DR. What's up, man? What's up? What's up? Animalics are good, yeah. Ian, you dig Beau de Jour too. Yeah, I like it. It's good stuff. Let's see. What else we got? Southern Locks. What's the go-to compliment puller for picking up? There's not one go-to, man. There's so many out there. And obviously the fragrance doesn't do it for you all by itself. As long as you're presenting yourself well, you're confident, you speak up, look people in their eye. That is what, and also, I mean, you got to dress well. That's what I've learned the most about fragrances, which is very strange. What I've learned the most about wearing fragrances is that most of my compliments don't come from my fragrances, at least not at first. They usually come from how you look because people see you from afar first without smelling you, unless you're wearing like 13 sprays of Mancera or something like that. And then maybe everyone will smell you. But I get compliments on my clothes first, and then once you come closer, then people can smell you. And then it's just an added bonus. So if you want to know a great compliment puller, just to answer your question, something that I love, Jean Paul Gaultier Ultra Mall. If you want to get compliments on a night out, that's what you wear. Just don't wear too much of it. And that's my advice for that. Dallas, what's up? Okay, Baltimore, what's up, Brendan? Thanks for being here. Do you know ladies scents that you wish women would wear, but they don't get a lot of love? I am not the right person to ask at this moment. I can't say I have a huge library of women's scents in my mind, especially ones that are off the beaten path and ones that aren't often worn. So I'll have to circle back on that. I really will. But I do have, again, I did make a list of my top 10 women's fragrances. The title of the video is Can Men Wear Women's Fragrances? But in that video, I do talk about my favorite current 10 fragrances. And I think maybe a lot of those, maybe not a lot of women would wear. So check out that video. Hopefully that can help. All right, keep it moving. We just talked about Mancera. I just brought it up, so I'll talk about Mancera. Kumkat Wood. And this is, at least to my nose, this is a very, very playful Terre d'Hermes. I know not a whole lot of people get that comparison, which is fine, but to my nose, the I'm just searching it up here on Fragrantica. The vetiver note really comes out almost as earthy as it does in Terre d'Hermes, but it is smoother. It's more rounded around the edges. It's, again, not quite as sharp and not quite as dirty as Terre d'Hermes. So I'm just looking it up. It's quite a woody scent. There's a little bit of citrus in there, maybe from grapefruit or something. Let me see here. Just want to make sure I'm getting these notes right. What do we got? If it wants to load. Yeah, we got some grapefruit. There's some cedar wood in here. There's some pepper, vetiver, musk. So it's quite woody. It's a little spicy, but not really. The grapefruit is very, very zingy up top. And it's that grapefruit and vetiver combo. I think to me that kind of makes it reminiscent of the Terre d'Hermes orange and vetiver combo. But again, it's way smoother, rounded around the edges. There's sandalwood in here, which I think kind of rounds it out, makes it a little bit more creamy. And there's amber. There's an amber accord in the heart that makes it a little bit warmer. Ormond Jane, totally Cuban groove. That's one thing I did forget to mention when I talked about this. It does resemble the Ormond Jane. It's been a while since I've smelled that. So from my memory, yes, it does, but I couldn't tell you the breakdown of what is different between the two. I need to try Ormond Jane Man again. But this is a great scent. I will link it down below once again. Manceras are fantastic for the money you pay. You can get it less than $100. 120 milliliters, great performance. This is not the best performance out of all Manceras, but it's still good. It's still an eau de parfum. It's going to last, but it doesn't project quite as much. But I wouldn't want it to. This is something to wear on a hot day outside, and then that heat will make it project. But I dig this. Kumkat Wood. Really nice stuff. Platinum Egoist, yes. All right. Favorite vetiver scent. Dom, that's a great question, and I'm going to do a video on that very soon as well. Just like I'm going to do with Barbershop, I'm going to do a vetiver video too. New Orleans, what's up? All right, Romania, hey, hey. Thank you, Robert. Really appreciate that. Okay, we got two more. Thanks for bearing with me. We've talked about this one already. This is Burberry Touch, a classic. I know a lot of you out there love this too. I've been loving this. One that's easy to throw on after a shower, after the gym, whatever. It's kind of fresh. It's a little powdery, quite powdery actually. There's some violet leaf in here. It's a little bit sweet, but again, very fresh. Some people say it smells like baby wipes or even baby powder. I get that. I can understand that, but that association is not quite as strong for me in my nose. So therefore, the scent is not really tainted, at least for me. But I love this. I get good performance out of this too. It would last me a good 7-8 hours on the skin. And it gives me compliments. I haven't had it very long. I've literally worn this like 6 or 7 times. And I've had this for maybe 3 weeks. So that's a lot for me. I love this stuff. Burberry Touch, you can get it for a great price. Once again, I will link it down below. You should check it out if you haven't. I'd say a safe blind buy, even though I don't recommend blind buying. So I'm not going to say go buy it, but I'm going to say if you're going to blind buy it, I think you'll be all right, as long as you don't have a disdain for the smell of baby wipes. Then I can't really say, but I recommend checking it out. All right, we got one more fragrance to talk about. Thanks for bearing with me. I didn't want to go on this long, but can never help it because you guys have great conversation here. Virgin Island Water, yes, that's a great one. Okay, last one. This is my newest fragrance. I haven't talked about it anywhere but on Instagram. I did a little mini review on I did an unboxing actually on Instagram. Once again, if you want to follow me on Instagram, then you'll see that. And you'll see all the other things that I put there that I don't put here. This is from the house of L'Artisan Parfumeur. And this was a total whim. I saw it. I had a gift card to FragranceNet, and I was trying to figure out what to get. I had a little list of things I wanted to get. And this one, I kind of decided real last minute. I was like, you know what, that's the one I'm going to get. It seemed kind of interesting. It had some good reviews. So I bought it. And this is called, let's see if I can say this, Bucoliques de Provence. I don't think, I can't really focus on that, unfortunately. It's not going to focus, not on live. But this is a beautiful scent for the springtime. It is quite unisex. It only has 3 notes, and that is what interested me about it. Lavender, leather, and iris. It has a little bit of a similarity to something in the realm of Prada L'Homme or, something like that. It's a fresh iris, a little powdery, not too waxy. The iris isn't all that present, but it's there. It's the focal point. But that leather note is what kind of makes it more interesting. And again, a simple fragrance. It's aromatic, it's leathery, it's a little waxy with the iris. It's a little sweet and creamy. It's nice. It's very unisex, if I didn't say that already. Anyone could pull this off. This is like a daytime elegant scent to me. It's very light. This might last 5 hours on the skin. But if you're just looking for a 5-hour fragrance, something to wear to a lunch date, or just something to wear like on a weekend on the day out, Benjamin, yes, I can spell it. I'll also link to this down below. Bucoliques, Bucoliques de Provence. So Provence. Again, link will be down below. This is one to check out. I wouldn't blind buy it. I would get a sample of this. I think it's, it's over $100, I want to say, but I like it. This is up my taste. I might even wear this today. We'll see. But that is a Bucoliques de Provence. I'm going to talk about this one more later on. I might even be able to wear this in the summer. So we'll see about that. Okay, so thank you all for bearing with me, for joining me on this live session. It's been a lot of fun. Great to interact with you all. And I got a video coming out on Monday. It'll be a special top 10 list, one that was pretty fun to put together. So I hope you stay tuned for that. Yeah, we'll be doing live again at some point. I don't know when, but just whenever I think about it, I'll come on, I'll give a little heads up, and we'll go on. Ben, let's see. Hillary, thanks for joining. Have a great night. What do you think about Oud for Greatness? Rochetto Cafe Intense. Okay, Oud for Greatness. I got a sample of it. I put it on, and I'm like, this smells like Baccarat Rouge, but like a rougher, almost like a more woody Baccarat Rouge. Almost to the point where I'm not even really sure if it's actually Oud for Greatness. I gotta double check. I really want to try it from a bottle, so I can't really speak on that. If you're talking about the Ristretto Intense Cafe, that is a gorgeous coffee, rose, chocolate, caramel scent. I love that stuff. Great performance. I'm not really getting much wear out of it now because it's too warm, but that is a beautiful scent. Hey, Scented Moments, thanks for joining. Sorry, we're just about to end off here. So maybe you can catch the playback if you want, but thanks for being here. Phil, good to see you, man. Thanks for coming out. Stay safe as well. Everyone, thank you for being here. I will see you all soon. Take care. Peace.